being strapped, being pulled and being slapped, and especially with a ruler, yes.
James Desjardins' story isn't unique. He grew up at this residential school located on Muskegon First Nation. It's been closed for decades, but the trauma endured by many residential school survivors remain.
It was a Roman Catholic school when that happened. She said that she saw a nun hit her youngest brother, who was probably 6 years old, after he had to shave his head, and she is whipping him with a strap. And that was extremely traumatic because they had no control over what would happen to children when they were placed in care.
Hundreds gathered today for a special healing ceremony at the former site. Muskegon First Nation is one of several communities across Canada that has been holding events to stand in solidarity with Kamloops First Nations. That's where the remains of 215 children were recently discovered.
I want to pay tribute to all the mothers and the grandmothers, and to the great-grandmothers whose children never came home, whose children were taken from their arms, from their homes, from their families, from their communities.
But the Muskegon Residential School has its own past. Years ago, the remains of 35 children were discovered after the land was surveyed. On Tuesday, moccasins were laid out for each child who never returned home. The community is hoping further research on the grounds will reveal more remains. This is something that has the backing of the Premier, who is calling for the federal government to examine all residential school sites in the province.
The only way we'll heal is when the truth is told in Turtle Island. Not only Indigenous people, non-Indigenous people alike need to know the truth, the history of this land.
And everyone agrees it's an emotional process that will take time and require everyone to participate in the work. Mickey Judich, CBC News, Muskegon First Nation.